Chalet begins at the trailhead, which is right across the road from Lake McDonald Lodge, which is right down there. I'm in the dining room at Lake McDonald Lodge. The question before us today is whether or not two middle-aged people can, without damage to themselves and others, actually hike to the Sperry Chalet, a mere 6.5 miles up. I believe that it is important on a day that you'll take a 6.5-mile journey to be well fed in advance of the actual journey. It is now 8:07 a.m. and we would like to be on the trail by 8:30. Is the call sheet here? Is the director here?
Yes, the call sheet is here.
I'd like to show the call sheet. Any great movie has a call sheet. This is it. And as you can see, we're running slightly behind time. Can I help you? Yes, we are.
Judy is there.
Taking the trip, the hike up to Sperry, and we wondered where the trailhead is.
Just across the view, go that little parking lot right there, or the road. Just go across the road, and the trailhead is just right across the main road.
Okay. We're not even at the trailhead. Sperry Chalet trailhead. And we're equipped with not only the information that you can clearly see on the trailhead, but with our handy directions that we printed off the internet. It's a short distance after passing the horse path. In that short distance, the trail will become known as the Gunsight Pass Trail. Let's go. Less than 250 feet down the trail is this charming cedar bench surrounded by magnificent pine. So far, I like this trail very much. It's cool, the air is pungent with the fragrance of pine, and it's gorgeous so far. Because the horses are on the trail, we're going to have mixed in with the fragrance of the cedar, the unmistakable scent of manure. This is a bear frequenting area, and that is why I have my trusty bear whistle. We've only been on the trail for about 8 minutes, and it has already started to climb, but the magnificence of the cedar, the hemlock. Let's just say for the camera, I wanted to be doing what these people, smart people, are doing. Have a lovely day. The trail now about 18 minutes, half mile. Finally had the horses and their accoutrements pass us. Don't look at me! The key here is that you want to get started early because the air is cool and refreshing when you stop. And it's not that bad. I mean, it's so beautiful. And we're at 6/10 of a mile. Not enough has been said about the enormous quantities of horse manure there are. Now, I want to be a good sport. But if it doesn't get better, I certainly would recommend taking the horses and not the trail because, you know, I have to look down to avoid stepping into manure. That said, it is a magnificent trail, and the key is getting up there bright and early so that you can be in this cool air. Where are you from, hiker?
Here in West Glacier.
Good for you.
Research for the park on Huckleberry Farm.
Come on over
is
here.
this a
Let's do a
huckleberry?
quick interview. Look at this. It's almost like we planned this thing.
Is this huckleberry? This is a huckleberry plant, and those are ripe huckleberries.
Can we
Yeah.
eat them?
Absolutely. Yep.
Let's eat them. What's your name?
My name's Warren.
Warren, you work for the park?
Well, actually, I work for USGS, and we're doing a study on huckleberries because they make up about 15% of grizzly bear diet. So we're trying to understand more about the productivity of huckleberries along elevational gradients precipitation, temperature, and fire severity to see how climate change might be influencing this important food resource for bears.
There it is, the beautiful huckleberry.
Right at the base of that cottonwood tree was the first harlequin duck nest found in Montana. They spend their
Hear
life...
this, folks? Look up the harlequin duck. The nest found at the base of this cottonwood tree. And here's the gentleman who spent 3 years of his life studying these jokey little creatures. Warren from the United States Geological Survey has been our friendly guide for the early part of this trail, and I can tell you personally that he has made it a joy for me. Tell just quickly, Warren, that story about the bears scratching themselves on the tree.
Sure. Well, so in a number of locations, bears will scratch themselves on trees to get rid of hair. Other people have guessed that it might be a way of marking their scent on trees so that bears know they're in the way, or know they're in the area.
Testing their DNA.
Right, and so now we've been testing their DNA to get an idea of the population size by doing a grid sample design throughout the Bob Marshall Wilderness and Glacier Park and surrounding areas to get a snapshot in time how many bears are here so that we can continue to monitor the population to try to get them delisted from the endangered species list into the future.
And for those of you who are trepidatious about possibly doing this, Pat, look, it's virtually flat and has been since the beginning.
Unreliable
All right,
narrator.
onward. We're sorry that our United States Geological Survey guide, Warren, is no longer with us. But really, if that's what our government is, let's have more of it. Okay, 1/10 of the mile is the Snyder Trail junction.
We just passed that.
Once past the junction, the trail travels downhill. Oh my God, it was wonderful. For a short distance before passing over Snyder Creek at the Crystal Gorge crossing.
What do you like about the trail right at the moment?
Downhill. This is the footbridge across the Snyder. What is this?
This is Snyder Creek.
Snyder Creek. Couldn't be prettier. Couldn't be more cool and wonderful. This is the Snyder Ridge Fire Trail. You go up to Fish Lake this way, but fellas, we want this. The 4.6 miles to Sperry Chalet. You veer left over the bridge. So far, it's so doable. So completely doable. Even for a gal like me. Come on, let's go. These giant maple leaves the size of your head. Where is the U.S. Geological Survey when you need them? It is still nice and cool at 11 o'clock. Not as wonderfully cool as it was at 9, but still cool. There's a cool breeze coming through the tree. This is so doable, and you feel good, like we're going to earn that fantastic dinner they're making up for us at where are we going?
The Sperry Chalet.
Yeah, all right, let's go. In. This is about halfway. I think we're following Snyder Creek as it cascades down the valley directly below, but I think this says it all.
Was there a bug? I couldn't get that close up of
It
the
was
bug
right
on your nose,
on
but
my
you
nose.
saw him.
Did you see it?
You
On
saw
my-
it. I don't
There's
know
one
how
on
well
my
it will
ear.
read.
Look.
There. On your forehead. Now we see it.
Oh. How much further do I need to go?
Well, quite
a bit.
Yeah.
And can you give me words of encouragement? Is it worth it?
Yes.
I'm being eaten for...
Those
Is
stupid
there- is the
flies
top-
are awful, those like black ones.
Yes.
I had one following me until
Oh
like half a
no!
mile ago.
They've eaten my wrists, they've eaten my...
They
they're the
sneak
best.
up on you
Thank
and
you.
then they bite a giant chunk out of your flesh.
I know. we should have done with our backpacks. Okay. It is now approximately 5 minutes after noon, and we, starting at 9 a.m., have come 4.15 miles, leaving exactly 2 miles to go. We're tired, but we're determined, and it's not impossible. It is, however, impossibly beautiful. 4.4 miles in, I'm not gonna lie. It's uphill. It's beautiful. I'm not sorry I'm doing it. But holy hell, I'm not gonna lie to you. My foot hurts. But then I'm only modestly fit. 1.7 to go. I'm just taking it a step at a time. It's hard. I'm not lying.
Well, what about it is hard?
It's straight up. And it's a little bit hot. Maybe you should have started this a half hour earlier or an hour earlier. But I tend to blame you, and there's lots of bugs, and it's hotter. And it's just not as good.
Are you starting to become a complainer?
No.
You're not a complainer, though. You're still a merry soldier. There's no answer to that?
I'm a merry soldier.
All right then. Shove off, soldier. Set that pace.
Terrible rocks, terrible sun, terrible bugs. Terrible. Oh, that's Sperry Chalet up there. And there's a waterfall just after this terrible part. Beaver Medicine Falls. This is Beaver Medicine Falls.
We're about 1.5 miles from the chalet.
I don't know. They said you could see them. I can't see anything, but I'm blind from exhaustion, so. But look at this. I mean, it's just not believable. It's not describable. I mean, together with the dark grandeur of these cliffs above us. I'd say we're less than 1.5 miles from the place, and I gotta tell you, these switchbacks in the sun are a bitch. It really does suck.
But is it doable?
It's totally doable. It's not outrageous. But it's constant, and right now it's 1 o'clock. We've been at it since 9. I've been at it for 4 hours now, and I'm starting to, want a Manhattan up with a cherry. I'm reluctant to say anything bad about this trail because just when you're about to give up, look what you find. Glacially cold, icy stream water that is absolutely, fantastically, charmingly wonderful, especially for the slightly overweight, modestly fit, middle-aged person.
Reasonably fit, slightly overweight, middle-aged hikers.
What he said.
Backcountry plumber, not a ranger.
So he is comfortable up here.
And yep, and at 1313, you guys are still vertical, and that's always good to see on the trail.
And give us some hope. Tell us what to expect in this final third.
It's no bears. You will see lots of goats when you get up there.
Okay.
Yeah, once it gets
this
cool
third,
again.
this walking third, you told us what?
2 more switchbacks, and you'll see the chalet.
And is there
Yeah,
some?
with the distance.
And it's hot.
It's hot, but it's getting cooler as you go higher. You're gonna meet snow up there too.
We need it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, God bless you. Thank you for the encouragement.
All right.
Look
enjoy
to see
your
this
visit.
online.
Thank you.
All right, guys.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks.
I'm just the director of this film. I'm not the star. The star is a lovely, lovely actress named Zielinski. But I did want to point out how ironic it is that we are bringing Arrowhead 100% mountain spring water to a mountain with 100% nothing but mountain springs. Go figure.
It's about the prettiest, most dramatic little stream. We're at about 5.2 miles. They say that after the next switchback, we'll see the Sperry. We're running out of video space, so we gotta make this quick, but it is beautiful. So we just came up this trail here, and we're about to go up on this switchback here, and way up there, that's our first sight of the Sperry Chalet. I don't know if you can see it. There it is. Top of those mountains up to 2,000 feet up. And I'm going to be honest with you, we're in a cool breeze here, and this is magnificent beauty, indescribably beautiful. But there is a whole bunch of manure on this last third of the track, which is really unpleasant in the heat. So you got to be tough to be able to tiptoe your way through it. There's an example. I don't want to be a complainer, but you know, it isn't pleasant, but it's still magnificent. So you give, you take. Jenny, she works at a local company as a tender. Has a beautiful life and is clearly gorgeous.
Yes,
and
it's wonderful.
she offered to give me her bug spray just because she's nice.
But let's be clear. We met her earlier on the trail. She was going up. Now she is returning.
Right.
We are still going up.
And she feels a sense of community and
Yes,
this.
definitely.
A sense of
A
community,
really-
sense of pity.
Yeah.
Sense of pity.
Well, you know, we have to have pity on each other when we're suffering.
She, of course, has been up and down in the time that we've struggled up the mountainside.
You're almost there.
Am I almost there?
Almost there.
What's this last?
I think we probably have like 3/4 of a mile left.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's like there's a creek and a waterfall, and it's shaded.
Okay. This has been hell.
Yeah, this, in the sun.
In the sun.
Yeah.
Okay, we have hope because of people like her in the world.
Thank you
See,
so
there's
much.
one of those bugs.
And they've been all over me. And I'm
Yeah.
just gonna... Beautiful trees. Yeah,
There's all those
magical.
waterfalls you're talking about.
and there's waterfalls and glaciers. Oh my God. It is just crazy. And it's flat for a second.
It's 1:55. Our destination is clearly in view right there
Yeah.
on that rise.
155. and
2,000 feet below the ridge line.
We've come 5.64 miles.
All right.
And it's supposed to be 62. This is the last half mile. There's no way that calculation can be correct. I'm going to lose my mind. I'm hot and I'm tired.
But is it doable?
It's doable. It's supposed to be the so-called last mile. It looks like 3 miles to me. And I am revved up and ready to go to get up there. According to my calculations, we started at 9 o'clock this morning. It's 2:15, and we've gone 5.81 miles. By those calculations, according to the map designation, we have 0.34 miles to go.
To get us up to that chalet there.
At last, long-awaited bridge over Sprague Creek. Sprague Creek, and Sperry somewhere in that distance. I'm going to take my way over this bridge, and we're going to keep doing this one step at a time. It is doable, but it is not for the, it is not designed for the middle-aged. What are we?
For the reasonably fit, slightly overweight, middle-aged couple.
We are overwhelmed by the beauty of the place, which sustains us.
Indeed.
Here we go. We can do it. So can you. I can. subalpine meadow, which was better than usual. We were trying to ignore an attack of killer bees and various other insects, but the good news, and one must admit that these 5 waterfalls coming from the heavens are rather incredible. And the more excellent news is we're at the intersection of the Sperry Glacier Trail and the Gunsight Pass Trail, and the best news of all is we are 0.2 from our destination. We've been at it now 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, almost 6 hours. Not the best time, but we did take our time and we were careful about resting. So let us go now to the summit. We have walked at this point, according to our calculations, 6.34 miles. And so, literally,
Less than a tenth of a mile away.
Less than half of a tenth of a mile away. If I were a mathematician, I could tell you what that is. I see the chalet.
Excellent.
The hills are alive. We're done. We have made it. This is the dining room. The magnificent hills above us. Check-in is over there, and the fragrant smell of homemade food. Where the hell is this chalet? It's like, where the hell is that?